Hey everybody, it's Emil Miraime, your favorite 50% fanboy, 50% genius indie VTuber, also known as C99X, and welcome back to more Snowbreak Containment Zone. Sorry for taking so long to start the stream. The internet was kind of dying earlier, and now that it's somewhat stable, yeah, that's why we are quote-unquote starting the stream. Anyway, I'm in the base already because, well, we gotta talk to her, but I don't know if I noticed this before, but there's physics involved. I don't know if we can push them out. You can, okay. You know, it's details like these. Anyway, let's go talk to this funny, right? Yep. See what the random event is. And as always, grab a snack, grab a drink, ideally water, because that's what's best for you. And yeah, check your posture. And I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna drink some water because oh boy, I haven't streamed Snowbreak in like 2 to 4 weeks, and I don't know if I really want to talk that much. Dang, I ran out of water already trading. Right. How many more silver medals would it take for a gold one? I assume there's supposed to be a decoration involved, even though we're not in her room to trigger the cutscene. Or either that, or she's just looking at the wall and contemplating why she's not contemplating, but like you get the point. Darling, you have quite a lot of medals. I know, right? Each one is proof of my achievements. I'm a top-tier superstar in the Valkyrie games, after all. Well, was. That's the past. Still, when all's said and done, I'm still your best partner in Heimdall. The one who can really get things done for you, darling. Well then, I should be very grateful for your help. Oh, well, it's nothing really. I'm just doing my part as your partner. But if you really do want to thank me, then what? Then you could spend more time with me. Let's pamper her. Alright. From now on, all my time belongs to my dear little Lannis. Really? You promise? No backing out now. How about you're mine for the whole day today? Ah. I also got a new decoration, but it's not supposed to be here. It is supposed to be in the new area. It's Sijimurin. We got the ocean swing. A swing over the sea, built just for the Adjutant. Savor the endless horizon as the sea breeze gently tousles your hair. So it's just for us. I wish I had other skins. But that's all we got. Yeah. I'll do more of this off screen. It's pretty easy to do. I think I can get a higher score if I use the pause more often. Got more recipe unlocked. Should we go through them? Sure. Vanilla Dreamy Rainbow Cone. Vanilla ice cream meets colorful sprinkles. A fresh and dreamlike sweetness made even more magical with the fragrance of milk, like stepping into a fairy tale. Chocolate Rainbow. Chocolate ice cream on a silky milk base. Scattered with sprinkles, a treat for the eyes and tongue. A dessert dream come to life. Fruit Cocoa Clash. Create ice cream loaded with chocolate crumbles and enriched with aromatic milk. An irresistible rush of passion and flavor. So I guess the ice cream in this instance is like passion fruit flavored, or like maybe pineapple. That would be like a tropical taste, or jackfruit. Is there jackfruit ice cream? Hold on. I'm getting distracted by my ADHD. Jackfruit ice. There is. And it's whiter than I thought it would be. Then again, not jackfruit, like, even though jackfruit is like deep yellowish orange, kind of like mango. Yeah, you seem a little lighter tone than mango ice cream. What the hell? Yeah, except, okay, it's just the variant, I guess. And also, like, depends on how much milk you use and what type of milk you use. Why did I say English? It's okay. I gotta talk more slowly. I have some stuff coming up that I need to automake. Why not have automake? What is automake? How does automake work? Is there a tutorial? Someone's playing Deep Rock Galactic on Steam. Want to know about automake? No. I guess maybe it's this one that you get automake and not in Sugar Gauntlet, maybe? I don't know. I'll probably come across it. It's just probably I've just unlocked this, given that it says I've made it twice. Choco Matcha Fusion. I thought we've seen this before. The freshness of matcha entwines with the sweet intensity of chocolate ice cream. Plus, crispy chocolate crumbles. A summer flavor you won't forget. Static Green Choco. Even the stars pale beside this perfect combo of matcha, chocolate ice cream, and sprinkles. Choco Fruity Dream, a tropical masterpiece. Orange juice and fruity ice cream paired with layers of chocolate crumbles. You can't go wrong with it. And finally, Citrus Choco Rainbow. Orange juice and chocolate ice cream whipped together. Dotted with colorful sprinkles, a refreshing flavor that arrives right on time. Finny said, of course I'm the best. Close this tab. Is my internet still doing fine so far? Yes. I believe like 2 or 3 days ago. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that, but I got like a Windows error sound. I believe it's her bundle. I'm not sure, but no, it's probably not. Which bundle is it? Okay, this isn't new, so we're gonna look at it anyway. Azure Drift for Sirius Freefin. I've been dreaming about this forever. Finally getting to splash around in the water with you, Adjutant. Timeless Bubbles, aiming to awaken the previous memories of cool refreshment on a summer day. This design is a nostalgic nod to a beloved drink of the past. I don't really drink, so I don't know what drink Timeless Bubble is. The pre-sale gift pack. Okay, never mind. That's not important. Outfits, right? Let's just go trial and get rid of some of the notifications. And mail. There's so much stuff. Hold on. I don't know when is the event duration, but if you log in starting 2 days ago, roughly, you get Sirius Freefin for free, along with her logistics. Yeah. We're gonna take a look at those in them in a bit. Weapon. What damage type do you do? Thermal. Thermal damage, even though you are like a summer theme, whatever. This is also that's thermal damage. Okay. She should be 4-star. Yeah. So let's give her this one because 5-star deserves a 4-star at least. And then Big Sis, you deserve at least a 3-star one. Yeah, this one. Neuronics, I don't know how she works, so let's take a look at her abilities. She is... Oh. I haven't really gotten to use buffs from like off-field skills and stuff. So this is her skill. Hops on her jet board and enters flow ride state, during which her anti-interruption increases, but does not recover S energy. She can crash into enemies to deal thermal damage and regenerate energy. Sort of swirl. So I guess you can only do melee damage when in the surf mode. And scales off of max health and thermal damage. Okay. This is max health, but deals thermal damage. Use the thermal weapon when deploying the operator. Deploy the operative skill hits a target, grants some free stacks. Okay. So maybe I should switch her weapon? Winter Bud. Galding Whirlpool. Let's see. Some attack boost, also attack boost. Let's swap the guns from what's her name? Enya? Is it Enya? I think it's Enya. Yeah, Enya. And Enya should use a 4-star one, and then Cirrus should use Half Torch because the passive requires shots, and I don't know if her skill counts as shots. And also, if she's a support character, then she's probably not going to be shooting. Anyway, logistics. I have enough. I do. Incomplete. So we have Kalida, her... Where's her base image? Base image looks like this. Kind of looks like if Mavwika was a 4-star character in Wuthering Waves, I guess. Okay. So, codename Kalida, female, of course, age 21, Squat Libra, sponsored by Ramses Group, or Ramses. Hobbies, Ancient Ruins Exploration, so she would be friends with, Masiru. Specialization in geology makes sense, given Ancient Ruins. And, you know, Ancient Ruins, they degrade over time because of weathering, corrosion. Anyway. Kalida is a member of the Libra Squad, born in Western Patra. She was abandoned as a child due to Juvosis and was rescued by Ramses' scientific expedition team traveling in the region. She subsequently returned to Whitewall with the team and received the education provided by Ramses. She traveled extensively with the team, responsible for surface and subsurface environmental surveys, as well as geotechnical analysis at mission sites. Unlike most researchers, Kalida is remarkably straightforward. She would identify the composition of debris with her bare hands. What you see can deceive you, but texture of stone never lies. She once told the adjutant, "By the way, please accept this ruby. I unearthed it from the soil of my homeland. I believe only a world savior like you is worthy of it." I swear I've seen this story before. Somewhere. Red hair. No, I haven't seen her before. But why do I remember her description? Anyway, let's change her talent. Okay, so I guess there is more reason to reroll a stats because you can get like a better stat. Like even if it's the same stat, you can get a bigger number. Damage, nope. Yield construction efficiency, sure. I'll take that. Or electric damage. Auxiliary unit strength, I will take that because she doesn't give shields as far as I know. Yeah, she didn't give shields. She gives healing, if I recall. Right. I believe this one, if you have it, you can just like set your goal like stat to me, the desired stat. And then we have Melodia. She looks like a Strenova character. Yeah. So Melodia, age 24, Squat Libra, sponsored by Ramses Group as well. Hobbies, hosting tea parties. Socialization in psychoanalysis. Melodia is a member of the Libra Squad, born in the old capital of Patra. She was studying at the Royal Academy of Patra when the old capital was struck by the descent. She joined the relief efforts, providing comfort to survivors. Recognized for her exceptional skills, she was hired by the Ramses Group in 2060. Specializing in frontline psychological intervention and team morale management, before later transferring to Yggdrasil Enterprises. In daily life, Melodia carries herself with grace and composure. She enjoys inviting colleagues to tea parties, where conversations drift from grand affairs to everyday trifles. Even in a simple tent or a temporary outpost, she will bring out her tea set and engage with the squad as though hosting a salon. Mental health is fragile, and yet easy to overlook. She says while pouring tea for the adjutant, "A moment of peace is a remedy more potent than any medicine in times of chaos." Alright, thermal damage. I don't need to change it. I don't need to change it. I could try re-rolling it for like a 7% or higher, but you know, that's enough. Now, Solani. You remind me of Molani, and I'm not being racist, I swear. Yeah, she does remind me of Milani. Yeah, not much else to say. I'm sure people are into this. Yeah, she has her shoes off. That has to be on purpose. I do want to know what this is though. Solani, age 18. Hobbies? Patra music. So I guess Patra is her homeland as well. And specialization follow-up work. So she's the part of the cleanup crew. Solani is a member of the Liber Squad, formerly a logistics officer in the Ramses Group Operations Department. See? Logistics. I actually wanted to be in logistics if I had to choose like a line of work that's not, you know, streamer, social media, content creator, you know. Anyway, he was responsible for information collection, on-site cleanup, and data archiving after combat or descent. The role often required close contact with the deceased or fallen frontline soldiers, demanding strong psychological resilience. Solani stood out for her calm and meticulous execution. She transferred to Yggdrasil Enterprises in 2016. She pairs well with Melodia. Her work would understandably seem depressing to outsiders, yet Solani often maintains a gentle smile. She carries a musical instrument with her, and often plays a piece after completing her duties. It's my farewell to the departed, and a comfort to those who remain, she says. For Solani, the past is the past, but the future remains firmly in her own hands. Gotta check her talent. I think I saw frost damage, yep. What's her damage again? Frost damage again. Thermal damage, and it's 8.5 this time. Okay, so I might... If I have a fuck ton of these, I'll go back and like change all of their stats to like 8% if it's like a damage boost. Wards, right, there's a trial at least. Get to trial, Cirrus Freefin. You can test if her ability really is a melee attack. It does seem like a melee attack from the description. And she has a charge on the left. Yeah, you just run into enemies. You don't do damage. You can't jump. Okay, I guess the damage comes from the end when you like hop off of it. So she is kind of like Milani in gameplay. Well, Milani, but weaker, I think. I do want to use her ult, but I need to like double my effort to get the ult. She doesn't have a unique role. Jiggle physics, so Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, okay. It's tamer than I expected. Like it is like a bit of a say-so outfit, so you know it's you know it's what you expect. And we have Vidyant. I honestly don't really like snipers in this game. Or most games, really. The only times I would like a sniper is when it's like a story-based thing. Alright, well, let's use it on you. Come on, broken keyboard. Thanks for pushing me out of that. Just in-game model looks Korean. Also, the lighting looks better in the ending scene, like the outro, compared to the cutscene. Back when she was like a important character in the story. He has an outfit for her outfit? What is... Oh, I was confused about what this is. Okay, so I guess she does have a skin for her new form, which, as you can tell, is much more revealing. I don't know if it has a unique outro animation, though. Did none of them take damage? Oh my god. There we go. I don't know what like the fish symbol on the left means. I assume it's related to my ult because I haven't seen it change when using my ability. Yeah, I like the animation of the base skin more. Because you just randomly pulled out a fucking fish. Like, what? Outfit, 353 animation, your voiceover, your visual effects, okay. So if you like it, you know, go buy it, but you don't need to buy her herself unless you want to get her What's a version of Constellation in this game? Right, that's that. Right, event. Bring these. Anything ending soon. Is ending soon? Oh, right, it's one of these, right. I'm gonna do a bit of the story first. At least do one of these first, because I want to mix, you know, gameplay and talking. Oh, we get... Since when did they add this? I don't remember them adding the, like, level scaling. Oh wait, it's only for like these, not for what's the word? Not for like certain game modes. It's only for story and stuff. Time C, manifestation phase. Is there no filter for like comfort? I guess I can use time received because if I got them earlier, then they have lower trust. Well, not earlier, like more recently. It's still on... Nope. Still on that. So, Echo. Right. Let's go. Yeah, you can see power sync on the top right. Oh, they really did model this in the game. I guess the fish is for other characters. Like I can charge up right now. Use my ability. Okay, the bar turns off when I switch off of. The FOV is getting higher and higher. And my you can tell the fish icon like goes away, so you have to take her out, you know, to accumulate that passive. I can use my abilities now. Completely forgot how to use Fenny, as you can tell. Is there any clues we can look at? No, they all really... If it teleports us, then we can just, you know, trial and error. My bitrate is dying, that's why the waypoint is bugging, I think. Okay, bitrate's going back up, we're good. Back with the light. I mean, like, to shoot it. Oh. There we go. Why is there like a thin layer of water here? Like, I assume we're not supposed to be in here. Also, I guess I should unequip Etchel. Because she isn't getting speed. She's getting comfort, but not XP. The Typical expedition was down to its final act. According to Villa's notes, all it would take to banish the monster for good was to draw a sigil of silver powder in the hotel lobby, and chant the incantation in reverse. Mia took the lead, flipping through the script and mumbling to herself. Are you sure you should tell us? When she heard her voice echoing a bit too clearly in the empty hallway, she slapped a hand over her mouth and peeked back at us. Seeing no one seemed phased, she sighed in relief. For a while, the only sound in the hallway was soft whistle of script pages. A sharp exclamation rang up from behind us, Benny's voice. I turned, but there was no one there. Just the ceiling lights flickering in an eerie rhythm of shadow and glow. A faint breeze brushed my palm, only cold. Like something unseen had passed through, slipping between layers of reality. Mia and Nerida felt it too. Nerida scanned the corridor, eyes sharp and alert. Mia tilted her head, peering past me. When she double-checked that Fenny really wasn't there, her confusion deepened and her brow creased. Ding dong, ding ding dong, ding ding dong dong. The cheery ringtone lifted from a pop hit rang out. It's far too perky to belong to either me or Nerida. Mia scrambled for her terminal, tugging out a cascade of keychains along with it. I mean, yeah, she really is a Gyaru. The pink case of her terminal was plastered with stickers, somehow even more eye-catching than the jingling string of charms. She glanced at the caller ID, flashed an awkward smile, and then swiftly hit decline. Are you not gonna answer that? Mia shook her head, expression turning serious.
ゲーム中にプライベートの電話なんかに出るわけないじゃん。
But a few seconds later, the cheering tone kicked in again. Mia hovered over the screen, visibly torn, then declined once more. How about a quick intermission? Maybe Finny just stopped somewhere for a breather. I'll go check on her. You two head to the lobby. And Mia, you can return that call. It sounded important. I shot Nerida a look. She understood instantly and gave us a nod.
休憩するの？まあいいっしょ。そんじゃネリーだとロビーで待ってるから早く来てね。
Mia gave a cheerful wave, then bounced off down the hall with Nerida in tow, script in hand. No sooner had they rounded the corner than my terminal buzzed with a message from Nerida.
ホテルには何かがあると。
Okay, that's us. Hard to say for sure, but given how Sirius mentioned seeing something, plus Svenny vanishing out of nowhere, it's all been eating at me. We shot to Clarina. Her family's funding this hotel. Maybe she knows something we don't.
それより一度ここから退避すべきなのでは。調査なら後からでも間に合うだろう。
While it doesn't feel like we're in any immediate danger, I'd rather confirm my suspicions before setting off alarms. Truth be told, there was another reason for not calling the game off yet. A personal one.
NPC とはすなわち、己の演技で物語を劇的に盛り上げる。故に、演技をさらに磨くべく、みんなで名作ホラー映画を鑑賞しよう。
Asia had poured her heart into this. I had quit halfway and let her effort go to waste.
なるほど。
Nerdist reply blinked into the terminal. Just one word, but it carried her unconditional trust and support. With that settled, Neruda turned slightly toward Mia, who was whispering into her terminal a short distance away. Even with Mia's hand half covering her mouth, Neruda's enhanced hearing as a manifestation picked up every word of her call.
ミア、なんでさっきの電話に出なかったの？サマーキャンプはどうだった？
Oh my god, it's her mom!
うん、楽しんでるよ。あ、でも、今はみんなと買い物してるから、長電話はちょっと。
家族からの電話だったか。
Neruda said Kazuku, which means family. Almost on instinct, Neruda edged closer, close enough to protect without being intrusive. If something really did go wrong in this hotel, she needed to at least keep civilians out of harm's way. That's what Neruda told herself. Well, I feel like Mia's not going to be a civilian for too many updates. Neruda had been enjoying a leisurely afternoon tea with her aunt at Genora Manor, until her terminal lit up with a message. In a flash, she jumped up from her chair. Amber tea splashed from her cup, soaking into the folds of her ornate gown. Mira looked poised to scold her, but the look on Clarina's face gave her pause. Instead, she lifted her own teacup with practiced grace, took a sip, and murmured.
ユグドラシルに行って間もないのに。まったく、淑女らしくないわ。
But before she could finish, Clarina was gone, the tablecloth still fluttering from the rush of her air she left behind. For a second, Mira seemingly glimpsed a pair of delicate wings soaring at her niece's back, propelling her forward as she ran. I mean, Mira is enhanced in some way. If you recall, we did fight her in the end of the last update. She was the final boss. So, assuming her wings were either Clarina was like using her wings to move faster, like full power, or like Mira just sensed the wings because she is enhanced.
あの様子。またあの男が原因ね。
Mira let out a resigned sigh. After rounding through the hotel's maze of hallways, I finally found Fenny. She was sitting in what had to be the hotel's most scenic spot. Behind her, an endless seascape shimmered through a towering glass wall, bathing her in shifting ripples of light. One hand propped up her cheek as she sat down in thought, dazed and clearly drained. The instant she spotted me, her eyes lit up. Without a moment's hesitation, she threw herself into my arms.
ダーリンが探しに来てくれると思ったわ。 Mia, なんでさっきの電話に出なかったの？ Mia, なんでさっきの電話に出なかったの？ Mia, なんでさっきの電話に出なかったの？ Mia, なんでさっきの電話に出なかったの？ Mia, なんでさっきの電話に出なかったの？
Mia,
Sorry it took so long.
別に私もさっき着いたばかりだから。
it's like what people say when they're like meeting up for a date. Her cheek rested against my chest, and her skin felt faintly cold.
さっき変な音が聞こえたの。それから。
Her voice grew more flustered by the second, the words falling apart. I glanced down. Her eyes were still clouded with fear. 大丈夫よ. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. I gently sat her down and wrapped an arm around her, waiting as her breath slowly steadied. When she finally spoke again, her voice was calm.
みんなの後ろについて歩いていたのに、いつの間にか目の前に壁が立ちふさがってて。ロビーへつながる他の道を探そうとしたら、まるで迷宮みたいな廊下に入っちゃって、いくら歩いても出られなくて。それに、廊下も部屋も全部同じに見えるから、ものすごく気味悪かったの。
It's like the back rooms.
そしたら、なんとなくここに来てしまったってわけ。言っとくけど、ただ一人でうろついているのも、なんだか心細くって。だからここでダーリンが来るのを待つことにしたのよ。
The memory of those strange visions stirred her up again. Phineas scrubbed her scalp in frustration, leaving her golden hair a tousled mess. I reached out instinctively, running my fingers through the disheveled strands to smooth them out. As the golden locks settled back into soft waves, she began to calm down, though she was still grumbling under her breath.
わけがわからないわ。ねえダーリン、一体どういうことだと思う
Just as Jenny was fretting, my terminal chimed. What? A jellyfish, a reef fish, and a tiny bat icon lit up one after another. It's a group call from Nerida. Once connected, Clarina's urgent voice came through first. So the bat is Clarina, jellyfish and reef. Reef fish. Jellyfish might be Nerida, but who's reef fish? Yeah, we're fine. We just ran into some strange things. Nerida must have filled you in. The sound of rapid page flipping crackled through the comms. Clarina was rifling through files at speed. Oh, Sirius is the reef fish. Okay, so I suppose that means that we are inhaling the spores and it's causing like a cognito hazard. Puffy thing. So does SPHL-12 cause any harm to humans? Also, how badly does it have to be? You know, how bad is the ventilation if the spores are wreaking havoc indoors? Certain effects? So it's a negative feedback loop. Negative feedback loop. where if you're anxious, the spores somehow makes you more anxious, and because you're even more anxious, the spores interact even more, and yeah, eventually you probably go insane. Then what if someone's already reacting to it? What should we do? A cushion made Fenny tense slightly. Her fingers, still entwined with mine, tightened in a quiet squeeze. How long do you need? Got it. We'll wait. Thanks, Karina. With that firm promise, she ended the call. One by one, the icons on the screen dimmed. Fanny stole a glance at me, lips parting as if she meant to say something. But she closed her mouth a heartbeat later. Why don't we rest here a bit while Clarina finishes her research?
休憩？大丈夫よ。ダーリン、私がアレルギーを起こしてるって思ってるでしょ？そんなわけないじゃない。
She flailed her arms and bounced in place to prove how fine she was. But the moment our eyes met, she faltered. Her small stretched thin, betraying the nurse behind her. Is something making my little Ninus nervous? And does it have to do with me?
そう見えた？あ、違った。
Realizing she slipped, Fenny clapped her hands over her mouth. Her cheeks quickly flushed at telltale red. It was almost silly the thoughts that gave us the spore an opening. Its influence had cracked open her insecurities and laid them bare. A desperate urge to keep things exciting. A desire to bring more sparks to there every day. But in truth, it all boiled down to one quietly gnawing fear. What if my darling's getting tired of me? See, in this light, the strange vision she'd had suddenly made a lot more sense.
ねえ、ダーリン、一つ聞きたいんだけど。
After a long silent tug of war with herself, Fanny finally found the courage to speak. Mochiron. We got to go ahead, but the words still caught in her throat. Her better judgment, and the guilt quietly stirring inside, told her it wasn't fair to question his love. As silence stretched and she struggled to speak, a soft glint caught her eye. It was a delicate pink diamond set into a simple men's ring. As she stared, she felt the tip of her nose starting to run, and her eyes misted over. I'm not the only girl in his life. And our covenant ring doesn't exactly go with his breezy vacation shirt. But still, he chose to wear it just for me. So I guess we still have her, like, quote-unquote marriage ring. My darling, he's always so gentle, so thoughtful. He wouldn't mind saying it again and again, how much he loves me. He loves me, right? Her doubts began to lift, fading like morning fog. Her eyes grew clear again.
ダーリンって、囚われてるって気分になったことある？ずっと同じ人と変わり映えしない日々を送って、新鮮さとドキドキを失ったり、飽きそうになったりとか。すごく大事な質問だから、真剣に答えてほしいの。
These at Hall, our sacred vows, promised to be made, and all still felt like yesterday. Fanny's question caught me off guard. I don't realize how many days had passed since our covenant. Maybe she wasn't uneasy because something was wrong, but because happiness like this made her worry it might not last. Tapped the edge of the chair as I gathered my thoughts, then responded. What does so unpredictable mean? What's a life that's always the same? Honestly, I can't imagine it. My answer threw her for a loop. A flicker of surprise crossed her eyes before she scrambled to explain.
ずっと同じ人っていうか、その人の全部を知り尽くして、何か目新しいところも新鮮さもなくなって、彼女と一緒に過ごす日々だって。
He trailed off, searching for the right words, but instead, memory surfaced in her mind. My eyes. Each morning, sunlight would spill through the windows, lighting up my face before I even opened my eyes. because we'd always forget to draw the curtains, too swept up in the heat of the night before. But somehow, even in sleep, he'd shift to block the sunlight with his body, casting a quiet shade just for me. The blankets would be in disarray, one half on the floor. My leg would end up slung over his, or our bodies tangled close. My eyelids would still be heavy, barely opening. But I lived for that moment, when the world was still quiet, and I could just watch the man I loved fall fast asleep. He always looked so peaceful then, brow relaxed without his usual work-driven intensity. Knowing I was the reason for that calm, it would make me smile under the covers. I'd reach out, fingertips brushing his brow, his nose, tracing warmth of his skin. And when they brushed against his lips, all those passionate memories from the night before would come rushing back. My face would flush before the sun had a chance to warm the room. I'd mess with him, tiny pranks, playful pokes, a little revenge for the way he'd made me lose my cool last night. He'd frown in half-sleep, and I'd smirk, triumphant. Only then, when he finally stirred and wrapped an arm around my waist, I don't think our arm is around her waist. It's just she's like looking at us while we're sleeping. Only then, when he finally stirred and wrapped an arm around my waist, with this mischievous little Lannis finally relent, content at last. And just as his eyes started to flutter open, I lean in and whisper in a syrup-sweet voice.
Ohayo, darling.
And every time, he'd reach over and ruffle my hair, gentle, affectionate. Then he'd murmur, a voice rough from sleep. Morning, my little Lannis. Sunlight would pour in, flooding the room with warmth, ushering in a brand new day. But I never wanted to leave that little pocket of time. Not until someone used a special... Not until someone used a certain special method to finally get me out of bed. Mornings like that happened almost every day. What does someone predictable mean? What's a life that's always the same? Did it hit her? She didn't have an answer either, because the question itself didn't really make sense. Every day with him felt full, vivid, alive. Just thinking of him was enough to make her smile. She could still feel his arms around her waist, the warmth of his skin lingering on her fingertips. Maybe the secret, my little Linus.
Nani?
Most mornings, I'm already awake before you are.
嘘。ちょうどいいよね。
He stared at me, eyes wide in disbelief, until our gazes met. And in that instant, he realized I'd known all along every sneaky poke, every little prank. Her blush rushed in all at once, moving from her cheeks to her ears, and even tinging her neck a soft pink.
私の寝相が悪いせいで、ダーリンを起こしちゃったとか？
He asked gently, guilt picking through her concern. Yeah? Your ie. It's just... Can't wait to open my eyes and see you there beside me. Oh, now it's our POV. The dark blue of the night would still be lingering in the sky, the room washed in a soft grey haze. Even in that dim light, would still be able to see her lips, slightly swollen, flushed with the heat of our kisses from the night before. Faint marks would trace her neck and collarbone like shy blossoms blooming under moonlight. I imagine the matchlight scratches on my back, both still warm from the passionate light. Oh, stop, please. That was usually when my little Linus would start murmuring in her sleep.
ダーリン、お願い。もう起こそう。明日出勤でしょ？起きれなく寝ちゃう。
Also, on her elbow here, the color is spelling out. Like, either it's the color, I assume it's the color spelling out, and the edge line is, or either that is just the edge line that's not drawn so well. I knew she'd like to sleep with one leg slung over me, her head tucked against my chest. So even when my arm went numb, I'd stay perfectly still, just to keep her resting easy. I remember there was this like one, I forgot, like was it an art or like a picture where, but like it's someone like either sitting cross-legged or like in like the Japanese seiza, you know, with your butt cheeks just above your ankles, but like they wouldn't move, and even though their legs are numb because a cat was like sleeping on them. And then she liked to get a little handsy before I stirred. So I'd pretend to stay asleep, just to enjoy those quiet, secret touches she thought I didn't notice. I know her inside and out, not because she's predictable, but because night after night, our souls have shaped around each other. What we have is forged in time, something deep and enduring. Now, to answer your question, 答えは I forgot what the Japanese word for never is. But never. Never have, never will, and I assure you, Fenny, you don't need to worry about that, ever. Because we'll always be in love, never losing that spark. Not ever. We blinked, a mix of surprise and confusion flickering in her eyes. Wrapped in the hush of the sea, I could hear the quickened rhythm of her heartbeat. We take each other's word to heart, all of it, always trying to understand what the other is thinking, what they're feeling. That's what people in love do, right? And neither of us is going to stop, ever. As I finished, her expression finally softened into a smile. Her eyes lit up, then gave a tender, firm nod. Oh, I forgot to mention, definitely has 2 major enhancements. When did you leave that comment? I'm so sorry, I just saw that. I'm gonna open my phone. 2 enhancements. Where would that be? Oh, it's probably around the time I did logistics, but team manager. I have 3 viewers, let's go. Since I have 3 viewers on Twitch, I should mention, what do you mean I've been streaming for? Oh, it's because my internet died. Oh, right. I was gonna say, why does Twitch say that I only... We're back on YouTube. As I was saying, if you're watching on Twitch, if you watch for, I believe, up to 2 hours, you can get different rewards, such as you know, stuff. You know, you can see them on the top right where I'm looking at, nudging at that direction. Unless your screen is mirrored for some reason. Yeah. So, you know, you can watch any eligible stream, but, you know, of course, I'd much prefer you watch me, of course. Yeah. So, keep doing that if you're here for the drops, or just keep watching if you enjoy my content. My 2 out of 5 voice acting. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I was in 1 voice acting competition, and I was in like 2 or 3 drama competitions. All of them have had like some sort of award, of course. Her eyes lit up, then she gave a tender, firm nod. She said, eternal or forever, love couples. You said it slowly, everywhere clear and steady. Okay. Seems fine. Okay, seems tame. Framed by the shimmer of waves dancing on the sea facing glass, Fanny suddenly rose onto her toes. She cut my face and sank her teeth into my lips. Teeth into the lips. Ow. Is that how like intense kissing works? I don't know. The kiss was fiercer than any before. No more doubt, no more hesitation, just raw, unfiltered love, pouring between us with every breath, every beat of our hearts. Our reflections swirled together on the deep hues of the water outside, as the ocean stood still, bearing silent witness to our eternal love. When the kiss finally broke, Fanny had bounced right back to her usual spirited self. Hands on her hips, she jabbed a finger toward the terminal in my hand. When I had barely started before she tugged my hand with that familiar, unthinking ease. The palm in mine felt like the last glow of summer, just warm enough to melt my heart. Ah. It's always cute as long as they don't mention the sussy stuff. I think. You know what? Let's do some of the event stuff. We're really not done this yet. Seafoam anomaly. First. Oh! Hello! You weren't here before. Thanks. Seafoam anomaly. Yep, I haven't done it before. Danger. Hit fire, using any skill, thermal damage. Okay, so we're just gonna use Nita Pulse as always. I'm gonna swap her out. And receive. Yeah, we'll swap her out for Griffin. There. Alright guys, you know it, I know it. It's time for Nita Pulse is OP. Frame drop. The enemies are slightly tougher than before. Oh, and serious gauge also builds up if you're doing thermal damage, it seems like. That's good to know. We are at wave 7, I believe? Wave 7. Like every few waves they swap sides. So now it's easier to control my aim, and then sometimes they just do left and right. There we go, full combo. Man, Nita Pulse OP. I believe we could have gotten a higher score if, you know, hit fire. And also, if we didn't get hit as much, if we figured out the enemy's direction earlier, and you know, the rewards are pretty meh as always. You just want to clear it at least once for that initial just bit of reward. There's that. Unless you really need these to buy something. Screw exam with the challenges. Have I finished this yet? I don't think I have. Wait. Oh, I'm supposed to do this off screen. Okay, right. I'm gonna do that off screen sometime. Let's optimize Heimdall. Let's see. When you complete tutorial stage, let's optimize Heimdall. Go now. Let's optimize Heimdall. Is this like a Gario? I can't really tell. Can I do the tutorial? I swear there was a tutorial, but I accidentally clicked cancel. No. Can you give me the tutorial? Like, Give me a tutorial button just in case I skipped it by accident. The classic is your Fall Guys, Fall Guys, it seems like. And assimilation is Agario, I believe. Let's try classic. Can I change? So, let's see. Pick one that's like not obstructing my vision. I don't remember why I picked Fenny before, but you know. Adjutant has really wide legs. Let's go with this Spearheart, you know, she's newer. Right. So let's do some Fall Guys. Or Bro Falls. Come on, we're one person away. Stop leaving the queue. Come on. Why are people leaving the queue? Come on. This is 3 more people. 1 more. Don't leave the queue. Just AFK if you have to. Don't leave the queue, please. Yay, let's go. Yeah, this is Fall Guys, yeah. I should have went to the left. What? What? Bro, I just got teleported. I didn't even get hit. Again, I didn't get hit. Okay, we have to stay far, very far away to not get teleported. It's probably ping? No, it's 52 milliseconds. Ping is not high. I hope others are experiencing the same thing as me. What? What? Bro. Look, it's not just a me problem. You can tell. I'm not the only one. Like, there's no one that's finished or they're lagging. And I got teleported again. What? Well, that guy's from Korea. He has a much lower ping. I could teleport again. What? We're not even completing a lap. What? Look, my bitrate is gone. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's not just ping. It's also bitrate. Okay, I guess we'll wait until bitrate's normal and then we'll try again. Remember Simulation Solo? I wonder what that's like. In Classic? Well, I guess that solo is just for you to like practice on a map. Why is my bitrate dying though? Okay, the bitrate's coming back. Okay. So it might have just been my internet being shitty and not the game, not the game servers. There are some incentives to playing this game mode. There's badges. And also there's solo mode for Fall Guys. It's for if you want to explore the map and like complete it on your own. I guess I can just, if I can't find anyone, I'll just do solo. That way the ping should be less because it's not loading in other players. Hopefully this time the internet doesn't shit itself. Have we seen this before? Maybe? Don't exactly remember. No! We just played it safe and went directly across. Seemed to be first. Maybe that one's first, I'm not quite sure. And first place. Finally, that's what we deserve. Let's see, let's look at the bots, or other people who are lagging. Earpiece. Whose name is Earpiece? Oh my god. Oh my god. Either that is an impatient MF, or they are restarted. I guess they can do that. Okay, that's good to know. But it's pretty late. This cake, Hagwa. I thought she was just giving up. Maybe she was just resting. And Dr. Commander is AFK. Got these two here. The zombie does not want to jump up there. And okay, that's enough. We can give up. We won. We won, Mr. Stark. Records. Yeah, see? 115. I think we could have done it faster by like 15 seconds if I didn't fall off that one time. Assimilation. So this is new. I expect this to be a Gario, but I don't know. We have 3 open types: SMG, SG, or GL. So we can kill bots, and we might become... So it's like deceit, right? So you can either think of it as deceit or the zombies mode, like Supernova. Okay. 15 people again. I assume it's like the zombie mode in Supernova then. I think it's called Outbreak. I haven't played Supernova in months.
こちらヘイム作戦テスト上。分析員、ハムに同化されないようにね。
We can move already. So you would probably want to go somewhere that... Because it's harder to get to you, it takes what?
3、2、1。限界テスト開始。ヘイムボーイ。あ、早くハムを。
Bruh.
モデリングとテクスチャーにバグがそうだ。ハムに同化されちゃったのね。
You don't know what those are.
なんてね。
I press C and nothing happens. There. You get up there. We have to jump up, bounce up from there. Okay.
早く取りに行って。
Okay, we can walk off from here or jump up. Which should I fight her this time? That's it. I also have C button, but I don't know what it
装備品
does.
がドロップしたよ。早く取りに行って。
That one hit. I don't know if they're health regens.